Alright, this is going to be a video of this 52-inch Hunter brand Augusta 2 ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteered there, and what I do for them is clean up and fix fans and lighting. They receive better donation, make them more presentable and run better than they originally were. Now anyway, Hunter itself made this particular model, the Augusta series, for Home Depot exclusively, so it's only sold there. This, like I said, is the second edition, and I'm first going to talk about some of the features on it. One big thing is it was 100% new in box, so all it needed was a little bit of assembly and a new mounting bracket because it was actually originally missing the factory one, but I used a Hunter replacement. Anyway, the blades themselves are reversible from black to cherry. You can probably see the cherry side best with the light on here. There we go. I am using the cherry side because I think it makes the fan look more classy. And speaking of light kit, it does come with a integrated 4 light. I'm using two 40-watt equivalent decorative globe-shaped compact fluorescents and two standard 40-watt incandescent bulbs. These ones are just still getting to full brightness, so that's why they're a little bit dimmer. Anyway, turn that off. The fan is an antique pewter finish. It's a little bit interesting. It's not quite like regular pewter colors. And I'm going to turn the fan on. Start with high speed. And in terms of RPM, this probably goes somewhere around, maybe once it fully speeds up, 210. Give or take a little. This is just a rough estimate. As for the airflow, it's not bad. It's about average for a 52-inch fan. Nothing too special. It's enough to cool a large room, I guess, though, on a hot summer's day. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I'm now going to go to medium speed. This probably goes around maybe 130 RPM, so quite a slowdown from medium. And finally, for the low speed, just show with the light on to increase the frame rate. This is going to go around maybe 60, 250 RPM. Most Hunter fans have a low around this speed. Alright, turn everything off, stop moving blades, and I'm going to talk about some general information on this. I actually have the antique pewter version of the Hunter Augusta, except mine is from 2010. This one is dated 2012. I find that it has gotten lower quality since then. Like this one, parts are a lot thinner. Really aren't too thick at all. And also, I believe a completely different company makes this all together. Judging by the internal wiring, I guess it could be Zhongshan Weihe. However, instead of being UL listed, this is ETL listed, so there's really no way to confirm that. If it were UL listed, however, I suspect the file number would be E200995. Anyway, enough talk about that. Now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. I like the fact that the fan is versatile with the reversible blades. Also, it gives different mounting options with the included down rod that's about 3 inches. That's good for maybe average ceiling heights. It can be low profile, otherwise known as flush mounted. This requires a special washer, and you screw it in there. That's all included. This would be probably good for ceilings maybe 8 feet or less. So for a slightly, like they call it, low profile setup. Anyway, I like the globes on it because they're just plain frosted. Alabaster ones are nice too, but I find that this adds a character to the fan, even though it is a little bit plain. It actually ends up looking pretty good, especially with the cherry side of the blades. And another thing I like is the antique pewter finish, because even though it's a little bit unique, it's not particularly hard to match to other lighting that's a silvery or brushed nickel type color. Anyway, I'm now going to talk about the cons. I don't like the fact that this one is cheaper than the 2010 edition. All the parts are basically a little bit thinner and lower grade materials, I find. Another thing I don't like is the down rod does have some scratching on it because it looks like the original owners tried to assemble it and then probably just gave it to the restore and gave up because it was missing its original mounting bracket. However, like I said, I had a replacement from another Hunter fan, and that seems to work fine. The only thing is the included screws with this fan were a little bit different than the threads in the mounting bracket, so it was quite a tight fit, but everything seems to work just fine. Anyway, overall, I'll probably have to give this out of 5 stars, around a 3, maybe 3.5. I would give it more. It's just there's a couple things I don't like about it. First of all, the quality has decreased, like I said. Another thing is it has this new Hunter logo, and I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it maybe would be good for a contemporary model, but I find this fan actually to be slightly more on the traditional side, especially with the cherry side of the blades facing down. I really like the old Hunter logo better. I think this personally takes away from this particular model. On others it may look good, but I don't think it suits the personality of this fan. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what you think.